Hey folks, how we doing today? It's me again, Shannon Fox here, Devoted Patriots 2 channel. Now we're in a position where this video right here will actually be a little bit uplifting to you. Because this guy right here, there is Clapper, but there's Clapper, there's Brennan, there's Strzok, there's McCabe, there's Mueller, who was the head guy at the time, and there is dozens more, actually at least 51 intel agents, including Clapper here, that signed a letter saying that this is all Russia collusion. All this, they were basically trying to protect the Bidens while they were pointing the finger at Trump with this Russia collusion hoax. And it was all uh, done in such coordination that you got to know that these folks now in a position where their 51 names are out there and then some that turned on Trump, that lied on Trump, that did treasonous things towards our country in order to try to stop Trump, are now in the position where they're not just being exposed for their lies and corruption, but they're fixing to be in the position where they may be held accountable. They're scared. They're scared that Trump is going to come back in there and not just be president again, but he's going to come back in there and be the new sheriff. And he's going to put in people like, I would say General Flynn is definitely on the ticket with him. People like General Flynn in there to clean up this mess that the whole situation got as bad as it did. 7 years the media backed the lies of the government in order to facilitate a lie against Trump. And crazy as it is, it worked for a huge part of the population. And I think everybody's starting to realize the truth now. And this guy right here, Mr. Clapper, he is terrified. You can hear it in his voice, and it ain't just him. Listen to the whole conversation. It's short, but he says, it's not just me. They all got it in the back of their mind. What if Trump gets back in? And she makes the insinuation that Trump may win, and he doesn't doubt it. That's another little uh, Easter egg in this little video. All right, folks, let's go ahead and get into it, and then I'll play you another clip that kind of correlates with something that I want to talk to you about as well. Here we go.
File, General Milley raised the possibility that he thought if Trump was reelected, he would throw his opponents in jail. He said that he would be at the top of the list. Do you think that that's a real concern? And are you concerned that you could be on Trump's enemies list?
Well, sure. I think there are probably a lot of people that are potentially on such a list. And again, that's reprehensible. I think General Milley's comment was he didn't think President Trump would be reelected. Well, I'm not so sure about that. So yeah, that's a real concern for many of us.
And folks, with all this corruption going on, being exposed, these wounded animal Democrats right now that are backed in a corner, they're going to come out biting. It's just a fact. I expect this lawfare to get worse. I expect a couple of these cases to probably not go the way they should against Trump. They're going to do everything they can to financially cripple him. They're going to try to besmirch his name. That's not going to work. They may even try to indict him again or throw some Hail Mary pass, being able to keep him off the ballot in some other way. They're going to continue to try to come up with a game plan because they feel not just that they need to beat him for financial sake, but for wanting to stay out of jail sake. And so these people are truly incentivized to do everything they can to prevent him from winning because their necks are on the line, literally. But as a process of all this happening, we get to see how this all unfolds. And that is what makes me so happy to be able to bring you this clip and let you know that it's happening. Starting Thursday, we'll at least get some investigation, some discovery. A couple of people this week, 3 people this week will be brought before the House Oversight Committee to answer questions. experts, including Jonathan Turley, who is a legal scholar and a tax expert, and another expert, just basically trying to get to the nuts and bolts of how these transactions are supposed to work and how they actually did work. They're going to lay it out to where people can understand. I know that's exactly what they're doing. But let me go ahead and get into this. This is Trey Gowdy, who I cannot stand, but he's got James Comer on, and he's talking about where we're headed next. And if you stick around to the end, folks, I have got a video clip just to show you how wicked, mean, and nasty the Democrats are and how they're going to continue to be. And always keep that video in the back of your mind. It's the one where Nancy Pelosi, you may have seen it, the one where Nancy Pelosi talks about the wrap-up smear. So stick around to the end, folks, and you will not be disappointed. All right, let's get into this clip. Thursday, impeachment inquiry starts. Witnesses start coming in. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks, we'll be able to get some subpoenas of some key players and getting this ball rolling. Exposure. What I want out of this deal, more than I want them to prove that Biden's a criminal, because I think they've already done that, I want them to draw this thing out over the next year so Biden is basically in the limelight of his shady business, being exposed by James Comer and Jim Jordan and Matt Gaetz and all these guys every day. Like they run Trump through the mill for 7 years on a lie. I think it's time for Biden to go through the same thing, because there's actually criminality and things to besmirch his name that need to be smirching. And I'll leave it at that.
Biden family members asking for the president's records. I assume you have his tax returns already, but other records, asking for those from the president himself may ratchet things up a bit. Have you done it? Do you plan to do it?
Well, it's looking like we're going to be asking for his bank records. I mean, all roads lead to Joe Biden. From day one, this has been an investigation of Joe Biden, not his son. His son is a key central figure because we believe Hunter was the front man for the Biden family influence scheme. We've already proven that this family was influence peddling. The media and the Biden said that wasn't true. I don't think now they're disputing that. They're moving the goalposts, saying, well, now you haven't proven. Yeah, maybe the president's son was selling the illusion of access. But Joe Biden never benefited personally from that. So that's where our investigation is now, because there's overwhelming evidence that would point to the fact that Joe Biden was receiving benefits from his family's influence peddling team. And that's where we continue to.
Folks, this is called the wrap-up smear. Listen closely and watch her facial expressions. Nancy Pelosi really, really smiled more in this video than I've ever seen her smile. She enjoyed explaining to everybody how clever she is to be able to manipulate the truth to make it whatever you want it to be, and then have it confirmed as the truth, even though it's still a lie. Watch her expressions, folks, and tell me what you think in the comment section down below of her evil, wicked smile.
Hospitals and the rest of it. So they don't want them to see that contrast, so they focus on something else. And it's a diversionary tactic. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear. If you want to talk politics, you call it the wrap-up smear. You smear somebody with falsehoods and all the rest, and then you merchandise it. And then you write it, and if they see it's reported in the press that this, and this, so they have that validation that the press reported the smear, and then it's called the wrap-up smear. Now I'm going to merchandise the press's report on the smear that we made. And it's a tactic, and it's self-evident. But you demonize, and then we call it the wrap-up smear.
And she thinks it's worth the trouble. Did y'all catch that, folks? And she thinks it's worth the trouble. This woman is evil, evil, evil. Like, subscribe, and share to Devoted Patriots. Hope you enjoy. It's going to be a busy week, busy month, and a hectic year, and I cannot wait to see how 2024 goes. We're either going to lose our country or we're going to take our country back. And I'm praying for the best. God is in control. Everybody have a great day. Over and out.